All right, hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the latest chainsaw that I picked up. Came in, I think last week or something. This is a 460 Rancher. Haven't run it yet. I got it used, obviously. For actually a somewhat decent price off the original, which I'm kind of happy about. Everything seems like it's in good shape. The only thing I've noticed is, I'll show you, let me flip this back around. I do have to take off right here on the chain tensioner. I think that bolt somehow in there is bent, so I've had to put my pliers into this thing. You can see that. I mean, you can see the chain move, but the bolt itself doesn't. See that? It doesn't actually. It doesn't like to spin. And let me take this cover off here, and I'll show you why. Which I'm not sure. We'll take a look at it, but not exactly sure how that would have gotten bent, unless you wedged a screwdriver in there, thinking that you were doing something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a part that would bend, you know, that easily, unless you were doing something wrong. So in here, this is the cover. See that? See that bolt there? I'll try to screw that. See how that kind of moves it? But you can actually see, if you look in at it like that, it's bent slightly. It's hard to see that on camera. You can see like it gets a clean rotation there, and you see that. Watch. See it push down right there? That's not supposed to be doing that. It makes for a very it doesn't like to move unless I'm doing something wrong, but that doesn't seem, because I had to wrench on the thing to even move it once. So right there, see that? It's locking right there. That's exactly where it's bent. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to see, you know, what the state of this here is. It should be it shouldn't be too bad, right? Like, it should be fine, but come back when I have that off, and you can see. All right, yeah, so I took all the stuff off. If you saw on that short, post a bunch of YouTube shorts of this stuff, so you can go check that out. But yeah, you can definitely see how that's, I mean, look at that, that's clearly bent. See that? So again, I don't know how that would have bent. You know what I mean? Like, it's in that case. The only way I can think of is that, you know, a piece of wood got wedged in there. You go to tighten it, and it torques down on that wood there, and it pushes it up. I mean, that, or you got, like, you know, if not a wood, a little rock in there or something, you know what I mean, that moved it out, and you try to get that out with a screwdriver, and maybe you push up on that or something like that. I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty new saw. I mean, it's not old by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe 7 or 8 years old or something like that, but it wasn't used very much. So for that to happen, I'm guessing it's just kind of a one-off thing. I'm not sure though. But anyway, I'm going to try to take that out and straighten it. I mean, all it needs, right, is just that to come down there. I might be able to do that when that's in there. Try not to damage the threads. So I'm just going to see if I can just wiggle that over. Oh, it's going the wrong way with it. It's going to get snagged right about here, I think. Yeah. Oh man, hold on a second. I gotta do the old, I don't want to mess up the threads on that one, but I really got to get this off. do the old clamp the pliers in the vise, and then go from there. I just gotta hold it, and it's a circle, so, or it's a cylinder. So not exactly. And, how's that looking? Let's try that out. Oh wait, wrong way again. Oh man, I would never have gotten this off with the screwdriver. Trying to torque down on the chain tensioner, I would have been there all day. Just trying to do it's like just the wrong angle. Okay, we're so close, guys. Hold on. Woo! Yeah, that, you talk about a bent bolt here. That thing was it was just bent enough where it caused a hump right where it needed to. I needed to get it on my chain, my bar. Alright. So yeah, look at that thing. See that? Let's see if we can't put this in my vise, and then I might, this will probably go on the long. All right, so I think this is as good as I'm going to get it with just using hand tools. You can see it's pretty straight now. I literally just I put it in my vise where it was curved. Right there was a little, that's pretty good. Put it in my vise like right about here. Took my rubber mallet and then we just tapped it the other way that it was leaning opposite to. So I think we're all set, guys. Like, I think we can call this good. So let's go ahead and put this back in. There was grease on here, but I think the oil from the bar will get back in here, so I think we should be fine. We gotta set it to somewhere in the middle, kind of back a bit further. Yeah, right there. See, it's a little, that spot's a little rough, but honestly, I think if I pound on it anymore, I'm gonna make it worse. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. That just goes in there, slips in there, like that, and then just gotta tap this in here. Okay. Now we can reattach the assembly, but I tell you what, I don't want that stuff. Like, I got some sawdust on here and getting into the gear shaft there. So how'd this thing go here? You guys know? Oh, there we go. Now let's put this back on. Oops. Once you get oil in your hands, everything just slips right off. All right, just tighten that up too tight, and let's try it now. So before, this was not even moving. Now we should be in a much better spot. Now we're actually getting free movement of that. So now I can go ahead and put this on, back on my chain or chainsaw, and then just scoot this back. Yeah, it was literally like a turn away from being able to go on, but I could not get it to go over to get past that bend in the screw. So now we should be able to put this back on where it needs to be. Obviously you can move the bar, but the chain is not very Doesn't have a lot of slack on it, so. Let's put these on. One thing about working on the chainsaws on the bench, that I slide everything off the bench when the bar hits it. It's also a pretty small workbench. This is started out as my woodworking bench, hence the vise on the front. But I built it small just because the original space I was in was pretty small, and I just have carried it over since then and added to the right of it just with some 6x6s. I think they're 6x6, might be 8x8. I don't know what they are. But yeah, so now let's turn this. Am I going the right way? I don't know. Yeah. Going the wrong way. Hold on. What's going on? This is stuck on something. Yeah. Seat the chain in here. Make sure everything's seated correct. And it should all tighten together. Yes, there we go. How's that over there? That's a little tight, but I'm sure it'll loosen up a little bit. We'll keep it at that and tighten her up. Definitely, I think I'm using. Slip right off the thing. Oh man, you talk about. Okay. Holy smokes, these socks. I'm a big fan of these socks I have. Alright, yeah, we should be all set. I imagine I'll tighten it again a little bit when I actually use it. But I mean, if that's the only, so that's problem number one, I guess, from this this chainsaw was had a bent bar adjustment bolt, if we call it that. Everything else seems to be fine. I mean, we got the brake seems to be working fine. It pulls good. Decompression valve seems to work fine. We have compression. It was. Oops. Yeah, we'll need to tighten that up a bit more. See that? No worries. We'll tighten it more. No gas supposedly has been sitting in it, but I haven't opened it up to check. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. So I'll have some more content coming on this soon. Just I'm gonna open up and just see kind of what the state of this is, and see if the description of it was accurate. We will find out shortly. All right, buddy. Have a good one.